the Yankees have missed the playoffs for the first time since 2016. As you can see, Brig is still a diehard Yankee fan. Good for him.
I shan't. I shannot.
Not
Shannot. I can't, I
Shannot.
shan't, and I wa'n't. Change.
Not one of those front runners. I thought this was interesting. So this is the first time, like I said, they've missed the playoffs since 2016. This is the first time the Red Sox and the Yankees have missed the playoffs since 2014.
Right.
I thought that was fascinating.
Yeah, that is fascinating.
Aaron Judge had something to say after their loss today. He said, There's a lot that went wrong. I'll tell you guys every year, if I'm not talking to you guys after a championship, it's a failure, which I get that because that's the mentality and that's the attitude in New York because that's what they've gotten to. Yeah, the party line. Exactly. But this is the part that I thought was really interesting. It says we got a lot to work on, a lot of things to change, and a lot of stuff going on around here that needs to be fixed.
Ha!
Oh, I don't think we're surprised.
No.
I am a little bit surprised to hear the captain say that to the media. Were you surprised at all, Brig, that it actually came out?
Yeah, I was. And the thing that surprised me the most about it is that there's so much interpretive license that he left to us. That's the problem. If he had been a little bit more specific, it would have been a bad move because he'd have been pointing fingers, and that's not team-centric leadership. If he had been any more vague, then the media and the fan base and everybody else would have been like, why'd you even open your mouth then? If he hadn't said anything at all, it doesn't acknowledge the failure and the mentality, and there's no he doesn't acknowledge the party line. So he's caught in this really rough position when he is forced to say something. What do you expect that guy to say? This is probably the best thing to have said because it hits as many boxes as possible. But I do think it's interesting that he left so much up to the imagination. So it's both. It's rut-row and good for you. What else could you have done? I'm caught.
Right. Well, and he did take some of the ownership himself for missing a bunch of time. I actually let that part of the quote out because it wasn't nearly as interesting. He basically just said, I missed a bunch of time and they missed having me in the lineup. Like that was it.
Yeah.
And that's absolutely true. But the thing is, though, is that that's the New York Yankees and they are not one player. Have not ever been. Well, maybe post Babe Ruth they have not been.
Right.
Shouldn't be, though.
They were
right.
They were a while with Donnie Baseball before the 95 season. So,
but they weren't any good then either.
But he was the only one.
Right. Well, but that's what I'm saying though, is that they weren't winning then either. They were missing the playoffs then, and then once they finally got a group of guys in there who could play, they weren't just one guy. Then but this Yankee team should not just be one guy. I mean, you've got what's his name over at first base? Why can I not think of his name right now? Anthony Rizzo. I can't believe I couldn't think of Anthony Rizzo.
Well,
you got Anthony Rizzo.
Right, I mean, he's on the team.
Well, no, he's not because he's. Well, I mean, he hasn't been playing because of a concussion, but still, like without Judge, he was there for a time, right? He should have been leading the team. Garrett Cole can't rally the troops. Can only rally the troops 1 out of 5 days a week.
Right, and Big G's not the guy. Let's be completely honest.
No, he's not. And I have learned some things recently about him being like a really good teammate.
Yeah.
But I don't know if he's just not a vocal leader, That might be what it is.
He's not very good at baseball right now either, okay? So I don't want to hear what he has to say anyway.
Well, you know what, though? You go back to the Cubs in 2016, and who was the guy who rallied that team during the rain delay? The guy who was having the worst series ever.
Yeah.
Jason Hayward, right?
Yeah.
So you don't have to be playing good baseball to have the respect of your teammates.
That's true.
Get them to come around and say, like, I'm not playing my best right now. I'm continuing to try.
Yeah.
Maybe you guys continue to try too, because I don't know if I'm seeing it or not. I mean, I don't know what they would say. Obviously, I never had that role in a clubhouse. But
yeah, me neither.
Anyway.
It's interesting.
But no, it would just be interesting to have. It probably would have been really good for the team to have one guy step up and be like, hey, we're missing our best player right now. that's no reason for us to just roll over. You know,
You
it
gotta
doesn't seem like
think
that's
that
what
happened
happened.
though. Like you just gotta think somebody did that and it just didn't land or something. I don't know.
Maybe, I'm not sure.
I don't know
I don't
either.
know. It sure didn't look like it though. But yeah,
Uh,
maybe it didn't land.
yeah,
I don't know.
no, it didn't. It has not looked good.
Yeah. So,
I'm very upset
anywho, let's.
personally.
I would be very upset too. I'm as a Mariners fan, I've been very upset for what 2/3 of the season. So
Well, yeah.
I get it. I absolutely get it.